Hi, welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. Well, as it's Halloween weekend, I thought this Pursuit of Truth could be about ghosts. So as I told you previously, I used to do this thing called Journey of the Unexplained Mysteries. It was like a radio series where I would collect different bits from different things I saw on TV, like Strange But True, that was on in the late 80s or early 90s? Must be early 90s. Fortune Times, UFO magazine, different things, and make a program with them. So I've always been interested in those unknown things. And so recently I was watching Death Walker with Nick Groff, who used to be part of Ghost Adventures. I never used to watch the American ones that much. I used to watch Most Haunted and stuff like that. But I've got into them recently because the Most Haunted isn't really on TV that much. It's only on YouTube. And they're using different technologies, which is interesting. And also I watched the Jack Osborne ones as well with his family. Some of them are a bit entertaining, I guess. But the interesting thing with this Nick Groff, Death Walker, I only saw the first episode, is he's brought a different idea to it, and maybe it's to make it more spookier or to create an original idea. But I thought it was quite clever, this idea of, he was suggesting that we're in, and I know he borrowed it from someone, we're in different times. So the past, the present, and the future all coexist within the same space, which I know is mentioned in the Quran when it talks about heaven, that heaven is in the same place as the earth. They just exist in different time periods. I know of that, so not to say that because it's validity or anything, but I'm just saying that this concept isn't like a new concept. But it was an interesting where he had this geobox. But the only thing is, I don't know how these geoboxes really work. That apparently I think they're similar to those other boxes they use that scan radio waves, and they try and pick out words. The only problem is that the picking out words is the problem, because then you're picking out the words, but or what you think they sound like. I don't know, this gearbox thing, it translates the word, the sounds or the waves, and makes it into a word. But I wish if they'd done that, if they're using someone else's voice box to pronounce the word, why they couldn't make the diction clearer? Because I listen to it sometimes, and unless you look at the screen where it says what the words are, it's difficult to understand what they are. So I don't know, it would be nice if they had a bit, if they took this a bit more seriously. You've got Discovery making a lot of these kind of ghost programs, and I know the reason is because they get a lot of viewers and they're very cheap to make. Look at Most Haunted, you only need a few cameras, and these days on Facebook you're getting loads of people, like there's the Redford one and there's the Ghost of Britain. There's loads of these ones that are on every 9 o'clock on Facebook. So it's a very easy thing to get into and start doing, as long as you get access to these spooky buildings. And a lot of the times people watch them. And, I mean, I've been watching Most Haunted for 20 years, and they've hardly got any evidence of anything that would actually prove that ghosts exist. Bits of light and bits of fluff and some sounds. And Derek Acora, although he was the most entertaining out of it. But it would be nice if they really wanted to take it seriously, is to use modern technology. Surely they could use some kind of computer technology to scan these waves and be able to, rather than maybe give the sound, I mean, it could still give the sound, but have a vocal recognition, so it actually picks out the word, rather than us, because when we do it, we tend to, when you hear a sound, you tend to make the word, same as when you see something, you make the picture, and that's how our brains work. So if it was a computer, I don't think it would do that. It would be looking for those, parts of the word, and it would be able to recognise the word clearer. And I mean, assuming that this is how ghosts talk, or as Nick Groff would say, if we're tapping into different time zones, as it were, whether that's a viable way to actually get it. But he did seem to have a conversation, and it was quite interesting, where it seemed like he was actually having a conversation with this person from the past, who thought of him like as a ghost, and it was quite spooky, and I thought it was a sort of a clever twist on this ghost thing, so it's worth a watch just to see that, whether he has tapped into something, a different way of seeing these things, because a lot of people, when it comes to ghosts, UFOs and all these Loch Ness Monster and stuff, it's been going on for thousands of years, not just something that's been, since the 1800s or whatever. It's been going on for a long time. You've got cave paintings of strange things and etc. Is it just part of our imagination? Is it, as Nigel Neal might say, it's an imprint of the past from Quatermass in the Pit, or of the people before us, or is it just our imaginations, that we've always had these imaginations of these creatures or these unknown things, and we just want to create something that's not real? I don't know. Anyway, I thought I would talk about that for Halloween. Please put your thoughts. I don't know, maybe there's nothing. Maybe there is no such thing as ghosts, and once you're dead, you're dead, and whether you go to heaven or whatever, that's a different story. Or whether the stone tape theory of Nigel Neal exists, whether, when your spirit, if there's in torment, can imprint itself in the surroundings. I mean, like Nick Ross says, our brain doesn't do, as we don't know what a lot of the brain does. Can it pick up other things? I don't know. Maybe in the future we will know. Anyway, that's enough for me now. Take care, take it easy. God bless.
None of these voices should make sense, but they directly respond to me.
Can you hear me? You need food, water, anything? Hey, it says I need water. Do you want me to tell the guard out front to get you some water? He's sleeping? Did you hear that? How do you know he's sleeping? How can you hear me right now? You're not going crazy. I am living in another part of time. It's the best way I can describe it with you. I'm in a different reality communicating with you right now. This place is abandoned. No one is here. Wow. Just talk back. No, there's no one here anymore. It's just me and my cousin Justin. We're the only ones in here. Nobody else. That sounds crazy. Yeah, they closed the prison down. Yeah, the prison's closed down. It just goes, they're on to you. Are you alive right now? Am I talking to the person that's alive? Do you think I'm a ghost? You are a ghost. That's what it just said. Did you hear that? It just goes, you are a ghost. That was clear. Do you think I am a ghost? I'm being clawed at with nails right here on my hand. You are inhuman. What do you think I am? You're able to communicate.